Eighth race of the afternoon's the Wendell Eddy Memorial Pace. It's a field of 6 at the top of the stretch with Steal Me a Treasure, Little Bo Duke, Pat's Pride, Don't Tell Kim, the Iron Man, and Cowboy Jill. Here they come. And there they go off and pacing, Little Bo Duke and Pat's Pride. Both firing there into the turn. Pat's Pride's going to cross over early to lead it. Little Bo Duke away second. Steal Me a Treasure had a tardy start there at the rail, and she sits third in the early going. Then fourth going to the quarter is Don't Tell Kim. The early trailers are the Iron Man, and at the back, Cowboy Jill. They hit the opening quarter with Pat's Pride on the lead. Steal Me a Treasure is not going to wait here now and is up to argue on the outside second. Little Bo Duke watches that battle third through a 29-2 opening quarter. It is well back to Don't Tell Kim fourth. And then fifth around the turn, the Iron Man and Cowboy Jill. The back three need to get motivated there around the turn, fourth, fifth, and sixth. In front of us, first time, Steal Me a Treasure and Pat's Pride are going to hook up here at the half. Little Bo Duke at the inside from third. Don't Tell Kim a bit closer now, fourth. Then the Iron Man and Cowboy Jill trails halves up in 59-2. Pat's Pride, the leader, going to 5-8. Steal Me a Treasure's been on the outside since the quarter and lives on there second. Little Bo Dukes watch that battle up front from third. Don't Tell Kim a bit closer now, fourth. Then fifth on the outside, Cowboy Jill and the Iron Man trail sixth. They've stayed this way for a long ways. Still Pat's Pride, the leader at three quarters. Still Steal Me a Treasure on the outside second in 1:30 and 1. Little Bo Duke sat in all the way there from fourth. Comes Don't Tell Kim, and then wide fifth is Cowboy Jill into the stretch. Pat's Pride, Steal Me a Treasure, Don't Tell Kim on the far outside. Little Bo Duke needs racing room. Don't Tell Kim and Arden Mofford get up in the final strides to win it. Pat's Pride was second. And looks like Little Bo Duke up the inside finishes third. Don't Tell Kim's home in 2:02 and 1. Afternoon's eighth race is the Wendell W.J. Eddy Memorial Pace. Wendell Eddy passed away in June 2016 at the age of 51. A Sydney native for most of his life. As a young boy, you would find him at the Cape Breton Turf Club, later known as Tartan Downs. Like all young kids around the track, once you started hanging out with your friends, the track became part of your life, and as in Wendell's case, it was his life. As he grew into his teens, his parents didn't have to look very far to find him. Yes, Wendell was across at the track. Wendell was learning the tricks of the game from three horsemen who he had great respect for: Freddie Saunders, Bobby Leet, and Alec Trapper McCory. Wendell was in good hands working with these horsemen throughout the years. They taught him well in his early years, and he carried that experience with him as he moved on and started training horses for others. Well, Wendell was also close to the late Bob McKenzie and his boys. Wendell was a horseman who lived his life for the racetrack and the horses that he trained, groomed, and yes, even cleaned their stalls. His undying love for the standardbred was second to none. He was the registered owner of Dominating Force. Every horse that Wendell trained or warmed up on race day, that horse was his for the time he spent with it. He became so attached to each horse that their owners always knew they were in good hands with Wendell. In the past couple of years, one horse he became very fond of was Chapter. Wendell would tell Greg Sparling if Chapter didn't race well, it was because he, Wendell, wasn't able to warm him up on that particular race day. Wendell always had an answer. He spent many of his days working around the Hocko stable with Butch, Melissa, John, and Courtney, while he wore his red hoodie with pride as he cheered on the stable. His friends Rob Cox, Sean Deering, Morgan Ferguson, and the late George Rutherford were always there to honor W.J.'s memory. Since his passing, we could write lots about Wendell's life, but like he would say, enough already. Let's get the races started. In closing, One thing we can say, the harness racing game in Cape Breton won't get any richer with the passing of everyone's friend. Wendell Eddy, rest in peace, our friend. The Wendell Eddy Memorial Pace in the afternoon's 8th race today goes to the 4 Don't Tell Kim. The 5-year-old bay mare by Source of Pride is out of the Jenna's Beach Boy Dam Lasting Light. For owner Tanya Mofford from Florence, Arden Mofford does the training, and Arden's in the bike for the win. The mare's got her 4th here on the season. She gets her 13th lifetime this afternoon. Family and friends of the late Wendell Eddy, their trackside with that cooler presentation, as Don't Tell Kim captures the Wendell W.J. Eddy Memorial Pace in line to Arden Mofford in the afternoon's 8th today at Northside in 2:02 and 1.